this side Arohi from Pyfit Technologies, and today we'll study how to create a chatbot. I'll teach you from the very beginning. We'll go step by step. First of all, I'll tell you how to install the required softwares, and then I'll tell you how to create a chatbot, and finally I'll do all the steps one by one. So let's start with the task. So first of all, we will be creating a separate environment for this chatbot software installations. So the very first step is create one folder, new folder. So assume that you have created a folder with the name of demo, right? Now in that folder, we'll be doing all the functionality. The very first step which I want you to execute under that demo folder is run this command. How to run this command? You need to open command prompt first of all. I'll show you how to do it. CMD, and then go in the drive, in whatever drive you have created that particular folder. Suppose I've created that folder in D drive, so I'm going in D drive, right? And then CD to that folder. So the folder which I have created is this chatbot separate environment. So I'm going in that folder. So you will be writing CD space the folder name which you have created. Okay, enter in that folder. Once you enter in this folder, then you have to run this command, this Python 3 -myvenv, right? You need to run this command. What will happen with this command? You'll get one folder with the name of myvenv, right? This folder will get created in the folder. Let me show you in my folder path. So this is the drive and my folder is this, and over here I am having that folder myvenv. Now, right? So now the next step is to activate it. So if you are using a Linux machine, then you need to write this command to activate the function, or if you are using Windows, then you have to execute this command, right? So I'll show you how to do it. So mine is Windows, so I'm writing myvenv scripts and then activate, right, like this. So you'll see that myvenv over here. So now we have activated the environment. So the next thing is, after activating it like this, now we'll be executing all the commands after activating this, right? So the next command you need to run is upgrade the pip by using this command. Once you upgrade the pip, then check the Python version, like which Python version you are working upon. So mine Python version is Python 3.6.8, right? So now let's install all the required softwares which we need for this chatbot functionality. So I am creating the chatbot by using Rasa NLU and Rasa code. The very first step you need to install perform is pip install Rasa_NLU. So I'm not performing these steps because I already have these softwares, but you need to execute these commands. Pip install Rasa_NLU. So this will install the Rasa NLU in your separate environment. Then this next command, this command is to check the version of Rasa NLU. So my version is 0.15.1. The Rasa NLU version which I am using is 0.15.1. Then the next thing is you need to install this SpaCy, pip install SpaCy. This is again another module which is required for chatbot. So we are installing this, and then install this command also, python-m SpaCy download encore_web_md. So these are the all required modules which we need to which we need for the functionality of chatbot. So once you install this function, see carefully over here what I've written is open Python prompt. Now how to open Python prompt? To open a Python prompt, just write Python over here and enter. Now we have opened a Python prompt. So over here you need to write, first line you need to write is import SpaCy, and in second line you need to write this. So when these two lines got executed, after that use Ctrl Z to come up out of that shell. Ctrl Z. I've performed Ctrl Z and now I'm out of it. Right? Now after that we need to install Rasa core. So we are installing Rasa core by using pip install -u means upgrade Rasa core, and then finally you need to install this pip install sklearn _ crf suite. So these are the softwares which are required, right? So once you install all these softwares under this particular new environment, let's see what to do next. Now we have all the softwares. Now let's see how to create a chatbot. So whenever you want to create a chatbot, see what we need is, I'll explain you the today's code. I have that code in this first _ bot folder. You need to create a folder, right? See, first of all, you have created one folder. Under that folder, you have myVNV, right? Like this. Over here only, create one more folder in which we are going to have our chatbot files. So the folder which I am using is first bot, right? In this folder, we'll be having all the code which is required for chatbot. So first of all, create a data folder, right? You need to create one folder with the name of data, and in this data folder, we are going to store the data on the basis of which our chatbot will learn, right? So we all know whenever we want to work on AI, so we train our algorithm first of all. So the data on which we want to train our algorithm, we will be putting that data into a data folder. And these are the two files which we are having. So this NLU.md is a extension, and we have one file with the name of stories.md. This NLU.md is responsible to train Rasa NLU, and this stories.md file is responsible to train Rasa core. If you remember, I've just shown you we have installed Rasa NLU, right? We have installed Rasa NLU and Rasa core. So we need to train both the modules. So to train Rasa NLU, which file we are using? NLU.md. And to train this Rasa core, we are using stories.md file. Now let me show you this file, how this file looks like. So for that, I'm opening those two files in a Notepad++. So this file, the file which is opened right now, this is a NLU.md file. So if you see the format, see, first of all, we have double hash over here and then intent : greet. So, and under greet intent, what we are writing is hey, hello, hi, good morning, good evening, hi, hey there. So what it means is, if user says any of these words, what is the intent of user? User is greeting, right? So hey, hello means over here in intent file, we will be writing different examples, different lines which user can ask to a bot into that particular intent, right? Now user can even say hi whenever he wants to start a conversation with a chatbot. He can write hey, hello, hi, good morning, good evening. Means person can write anything, right? So these are the intents. So see, this is a proper syntax. We need to write double hash first of all, then you need to give one space, then intent and colon, then you need to write the intent name and what are the different examples user can use for this particular intent. So for greet intent, user can say these words. So let's suppose over here I have another intent with the name of courses. Means let's suppose the chatbot which we are creating is for some educational institute, and user is asking chatbot, user wants to know about the different courses which that particular organization offer. Then what different question can user ask to a bot? User can even ask what are the different courses you provide or you offer. Different programs provided by Pyford. Pyford is a company for which we have created this chatbot. Different courses provided by Pyford. List of different courses. So over here, if you'll see the language is little bit different, but the intent of every sentence is same. User wants to know about the courses, know about the programs which that particular organization offer. So under courses intent, what we are telling our chatbot, that these are the different ways by which user can ask you, and whenever user use any of these lines, the intent is course, right? So this is how we provide information in our NLU.md file. Basically, NLU.md file simply handles the different examples which user can ask to a bot, right? Now let's suppose if anybody, my name is, now intent over here is my name is, right? I'll get back to you this example in some time, right? So in the same way, we have intent thank, means when user wants to thank you chatbot, and these are the different ways, these are the different lines, these are the different sentences which user can use, right? In the same way, we have other intent, buy intent. So these are the different ways by which user can say bye to a chatbot, right? So this is how NLU.md file work. Now stories.md file. See, intent.md file simply means we are telling our algorithm what all different things user can say. Now in stories.md file, we will tell our algorithm what to reply when user asks something, right? In stories.md file, we will be telling our algorithm, will be telling our chatbot what to reply for every particular intent, right? So double hash, so this is the story for one intent. So we have intent with the name of greet. See over here, we have a intent, let me show you. The very first intent is greet, right? So this greet intent means when user ask any of these things, then greet. Now over here, see, star means asterisk, space, intent name. This should be the exact same name whatever you have written in this file, right? So the intent name. So this should be the answer. So what we are saying over here means if user ask anything related to greet intent, then our chatbot should reply with this utter greet. Now what is this utter greet? This is the reply from our chatbot. Now what we need to write in this utter greet? So now we need one more file with the name of domain.yml file. See, this domain.yml file is a file in which we write what all different intents we have. So what all different intents we have? We have greet intent, we have courses intent, we have my name is intent, thank, buy and ask, register online. So from where we get this information, where we have written intents, we have written all the intents in NLU.md file. So you can see over here, intent courses, intent my name is, intent thank, intent greet. So in domain.yml file, we need to write the name of all the intents like this. This is the syntax, we need to write it like this. After that, under actions, we need to write all the actions which are present in stories.md file. Actions means reply of chatbot. What will chatbot reply? So in stories.md file, we are telling that if intent is greet, chatbot should reply with utter greet. If intent is my name is, then chatbot should reply with utter my name is. And if intent is courses, then our chatbot should reply with utter courses and action courses, right? So these all are actions, utter courses and everything. So we need to list down all those things over here. So under actions, you will write the actions which chatbot will speak when user will, talk on any particular intent. And in intent, we have a list of all the intents we have created in NLU.md file. After that, see the templates. See templates, in templates we will write utter greet. Remember this utter greet in stories.md file? Utter greet. So what is the content we have written in utter greet? Hello, what is your name? Means when user will say hi or hello or something, so these are the two different answers which chatbot can reply with. Let me show you how. I have written hi.
I didn't understand.
So I think I hadn't started the services yet, so it is not showing it. Leave it for now, right? So utter greet. So these are the two different answers which chatbot will use to reply. And utter greet means when person will say hi, then under utter greet we have these two answers, and our chatbot will use any of these answers, right? Now the next thing is utter my name is. And if you remember in NLU.md file, we have this intent, which I've told you, I'll explain you in some time. Intent my name is. So let's suppose means chatbot is asking a user like what is your name? Then user will tell us her name. Then what are the different ways which user can use to tell his or her name? So I am Martin. So you can see over here that Martin is in square bracket and then we have person. So basically, see, as we have studied different languages in Java, PHP, Python or any other language, we use variables, right? So variable simply means which holds the data, temporary memory which holds the data. So this person, whenever you'll get something like this, you have person in parenthesis and then in square bracket you have a name. So person is a variable which is storing this name, right? Then in next line also, person is a variable which is now storing Jack. So as we all know, variable is used for temporary storage, right? So first of all, person variable is storing Martin, and if somebody is writing hi, my name is Jack, then this person variable will store Jack name. And if somebody is saying hi, my name is Arohi, then this person variable will store Arohi. But in see, person is a variable, and in Rasa NLU and Rasa core, we don't use variable word for this. This is a slot. Slot basically means variable, but in chatbot, if you want to create chatbot using Rasa, then we use slot word instead of variable, but the functionality is same, right? So this is how whenever you want to use this particular slot will store this data, and if somebody is writing this particular slot will store this data, right? And how to execute it? Suppose user is saying my name is Arohi, then I want that my chatbot should reply with hi Arohi, yeah, nice name Arohi. So to print that nice to meet you Arohi, we need to store that name in a variable. So let me show you how to do that. So you need to define slots like this, slots colon, and see I have defined two slots over here, but the slot which we are using right now, which we are talking about right now, is person. Person is a slot name and type is text, means what kind of data you want to store in it. So in the same way, like in other languages, I've told you like about variables. Variable can store integers, float, boolean. In the same way, slots can store different type of data, but person means will be having text. So that's why its type is text. Person text. Now see over here, utter my name is. Let's go to stories.md file first of all. And over here, you'll see when intent is my name is, this my name is intent in NLU.md file. My name is intent, right? So over here, user can, reply with these different sentences. When user write this line, then what should be the reply from our chatbot? This should be the reply from our chatbot. Utter my name is, and what is the content in this? That I've defined in utter my name is over here. Nice to meet you, and then in curly braces person. So this person is a slot which we have just defined over here, and the same slot we have used in NLU.md file. So what will happen? Nice to meet you. Then over here we'll get that data which is stored in person variable. Suppose somebody written my name is Arohi. So it will reply, nice to meet you, Arohi, because Arohi is stored in this person slot. So this is how a chatbot, we have different replies, and all those replies are in the templates, and these are slots, all the intents and actions we have defined over here. So I hope you are clear about NLU.md file, stories.md file, and then domain.yml file. Now, the next step is, now let's talk about the other files which we are using. So now the other files are endpoint.yml, credentials.yml, config.yml, and policy.yml. So what I mean to say is, as you have created data folder, and under data folder you have NLU.md and stories.md, and then we have talked about domain.yml file. So we need to create that domain.yml file outside that data folder, right? Now the files which I'm talking about is config.yml file, credentials.yml file, endpoint.yml file, credentials, config, and then policy.yml file. Now let's discuss about these files, then I'll talk about this actions file, right? And this NLU training file. Alright. So the very first file is endpoint.yml file. See, in this endpoint.ml file, we only have these 2 lines of code over here. So basically this endpoint.yml file, what this file is handling, this file will handle our custom actions, right? So what we are saying over here is that our custom actions will run on this URL. So as I've shown you the folder, the actions. So this actions dot, I'll show you what is the code in this particular actions file. But right now what I'm saying is this action file will run on this URL, and that we are defining in endpoints.yml file, right? Then the next file is credentials.yml file. So in this file also we have only this one line, REST. This REST is a REST API. Okay, right? This REST API simply will be using this API because by using this API, user and bot will communicate. Means user and bot will communicate using this REST API, right? Then we have config.yml file. So these are the configuration requirements. So this is what we have written in this config.yml file. Then we have policy.yml file. So see, in this particular file, we are telling how many epochs we want to run. So we are using Keras policy and we want to run 100 epochs. So these are the other requirement for that only, right? For running for training process, we have defined these policies. By using these policies, our algorithm will get trained, right? So clear about endpoints, credentials, config.yml and policy.yml file. Now, let's come to this actions file. In this action file, see, this action file simply means the custom actions. So these are the required modules which we need to import, and then I'm creating a class. I've created one class with the name of courses and I'm calling action over here. This action is we are getting from here, right? And over here, what I'm saying is that I want to open courses.php page from python.com when user will ask about courses. So if you remember, we have defined one intent which is related to courses, right? So what I'm saying is when user will ask about courses, then from this action file, I want this reply, right? So this is what we have contained in this actions file. And the finally is webapp.py file. So this is the main file using which we'll be opening our Flask application. Basically, we have created an application which will run on Flask. So the port number it will use is 8000, and over here we are calling a index.html page. Now where is this index.html page? So see, we have data folder. So we have one folder with the name of templates. When you'll click on template folder, you'll get index file over here. Let me show you the code over here. See, this is the code which we have written in this index file. So what we are saying is our chatbot will run on this. This will open our chatbot. Okay. And this static folder is having CSS and JavaScript files which are related to this template file only, means for the designing purpose, for the beautification of that index page, we have CSS and JavaScript files which are in static folder. Right. Now you need to create one more folder with the name of models. Over here, when we will train our Rasa NLU and Rasa core, under this model folder, all those things will get stored. Dialog folder will store the Rasa core training algorithm, and NLU will store the Rasa NLU trained model. Using these trained model, then finally we'll run our algorithm. I'll show you those steps right now in few minutes only. Right? So now you're clear about the files. Data folder is having data. Model folder will be blank at initial step. You only need to create model folder. These two folders will get automatically when we'll perform the training process. Right? Create data folder. Under that data folder have these two files. Then create models folder. This folder will be blank. Create static folder. Under static folder you will be having your CSS and JavaScript files. And then create template folder, and under the template folder you will be having one index.html file. This is the design of a chatbot which user will see, through which user will interact with bot, and these are the required files. Now how to run this code? See, this is very important step to understand. We need to open 3 separate command prompts. Let me execute it. CMD, this is the first command prompt. Go in D drive. Then cd to the folder under which you have all the functionality. Then activate your myenv scripts and activate. So, and then cd to the chatbot folder. First boot. This is my chatbot folder. So you need to perform the same functionality for the other 2 command prompts also. Let me open the other 2 command prompts also. CMD. Then I'm going in D drive. Then cd chatbot. Then activate the environment, done, and then cd to your chatbot folder. Now we need to create third one also. Open CMD, go in D drive, cd chatbot environment, and then activate the environment, myenv scripts, and then activate, then cd to your this folder. Okay, cd. Okay, wait. First, right? So now I have 3 command prompts. I have activated the environment in 3, and then I have entered in the chatbot folder, this folder, right? Now we have to execute the pending commands. Now what to do to run the chatbot? So first of all, to train your Rasa NLU, run this command in one command prompt. So the very first command prompt is this. I'm entering that command over here. So this is taking process. After some time, this will get processed. Now our chatbot is now Rasa NLU is trained, and after that you can check your model folder. You will be having NLU folder. Under NLU you will be having default, and under default you will be having current folder, and over here you will get your Rasa NLU trained model. Right? Now the next thing is to train Rasa core. So this is the command which we are using to train our Rasa core. Execute this command after that command only, in that command prompt only. Okay, let me copy it and then paste it. So the process is going on. See, these are the 100 epochs going on which we have defined in a policy file, right? Now Rasa core is also trained. Now the next step is run your chatbot server. So this is the step which we are using. This is the command which we are using to run our chatbot. So let's paste it. So finally you'll get this. Means our chatbot is running on this particular URL. Right? Now this is the work which we have done in first command prompt. Now what to do in second command prompt? In second command prompt, write this command. Our web application. Open, this is my second command prompt. I'm writing here Python and then web app.py. So this is my second command prompt. Okay, now the chatbot which user will see, it is running on this URL, and the bot server which will reply to the user queries is running here. Right? Now we need to open this URL, this 127.0.0.1:8000 on browser. Let me open it. 127. So this is a chatbot. Now, as I've told you, we need to open 3 command prompt. Now what to write in third command prompt? So in third command prompt, we need to write one more command, and that command is, let me show you. Okay. That command is, we need to run our actions also. So where is this? So over here we need to run our custom actions also. So the custom actions are running on this. Now let's see the functionality. Let me write hi.
Hi, your name please.
My name is Arohi.
I didn't understand.
Okay, maybe this process is actually I hadn't performed the training properly, so that's why I'm getting this particular error. So basically you will get replies over here. Suppose I'll write thank you.
I didn't understand.
Okay, thanks.
Welcome.
So it is replying thanks to welcome. Over here it is replying properly bye.
I didn't understand.
So actually there is, see, the data which I'm using over here is very less. Let me show you. The data which we are using to train our algorithm is very less. So that's why our algorithm is not performing well. So if you'll increase your data, your algorithm will give you good answers, right? So try to increase the number of intents and the stories and this domain file. So this data is very less right now. So we are not getting accurate results for everything, but for some answers it is replying okay for this. It is giving correct answers for thanks, and it is giving correct answer for hi also, right? So let me try with one more example. What are the courses you provide?
I didn't understand.
Okay, again, hello.
Hello, what is
See,
your
over
name?
here it is giving answer. So I am Arohi.
I didn't understand.
So we are getting some error just because the data is less. Otherwise, using this way you can create your own chatbot. Thank you.